Good evening. I am Count Dracula. I was wondering if you have ever tasted blood. Well, if you are here, you will have a cup of blood with me at the Bucket of Blood Saloon. Anyways, so last night I watched some. Windows is using my camera. Why are they using my camera? Okay, well, anyways, I watched D23 2011, 2013, and 2019 videos of voice actors. I've always wanted to do voices, and yes, I know I cannot be the the voice of Disneyland, but I did print up a script from the railroad. I'll just give you a sample, and I want you guys to tell me what you think, if it's accurate or not accurate. This was made in 2015, and I don't have the echo, so you'll just have to imagine, okay? The train is coming around the corner. You're waiting at Main Street Station. I'm trying to get you in the mood. Once the train is heading toward Main Street Station, you hear, "Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited, now arriving from a Oops. Take two. Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited, now arriving from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand by to board." So the train comes into the station. Ding, 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 ding. You hear all the bells and all that. And then the people are getting on the train. And you're getting on the train. And you hear, "Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited, now leaving for a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom, with stops in New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. All passengers, board!" Train leaves the station. That, of course, will go on at every station. I'm not going to say that at every station. So, the train is heading off to Frontierland and New Orleans Square. "Hello, folks. Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're now embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom with stops in New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland, followed by a visit to the Grand Canyon and Primeval World. We got a lot of traveling ahead of us, so remember, for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train, and please watch your children." And then, of course, it's in Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish. All I know is "party or whatever the heck she says. Elephant sound. Uh-oh. Did you folks hear that? Sounds to me like we've reached the wilds of Adventureland, where you just might run into a lot of savage critters out there, including lions, tigers, and tiki birds. Everybody be on the best lookout. You never know what may show up. Okay, I won't read the whole thing, but we'll read the New Orleans Square one, and then I'll stop on that. "For those of you who just joined us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, please remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your children. I goofed. And please, watch your kids. Spanish spiel. We're now entering Splash Mountain, where every day is a zippity-doo-dah day. If you look real hard, you might just find your laughing place. I am not doing the whole song to zippity-doo-dah. No. I'll finish this page. I'll just finish the whole thing. We're now passing through Critter Country, where Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear make their homes and embark on fun-filled adventures. Although this land was made for critters, human-type folk are always invited to stop in and visit a spell. We're now traveling along the rivers of America and into American frontier, as it looked more than a century ago. This area is so rich with natural beauty and wildlife, you can see why the early settlers were inspired to move west. And you're seeing this view for just like the blah, 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 blah. You see how you mess up? All right, take 3 at Rivers of America. Something in my eye. We'll start at right here. You can see why the early settlers were inspired to move west. And you're seeing this crisscrossing. Take 4. You're seeing this view just like many of them did from the comfort of a genuine steam-powered train. When these iron horses first started crisscrossing the country in the 1800s, the time it took for folks to reach the West dropped from months to a matter of days. Why, steam-powered not only fueled trains, but the dreams of a whole new generation as they settled this great frontier. Say, have you ever wondered what it would be like to visit a cartoon town where Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy live? Well, in just a few moments you can find out for yourself, because the next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown. This is also the nearest stop to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you'll be leaving us here, please wait till the train comes to a full stop. Remember the personal belongings, and then step carefully from the train. You all have fun, and say hi to Mickey for me. For those of you continuing on, we'll resume our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot. Train stops at Toontown Depot. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us in the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids. Spanish safety spiel. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids. Again? I think I just read that twice. And I did. Oops. As we steam through Fantasyland, you may want to take one more look at that majestic mountain. Cut. And take 6. As we steam through Fantasyland, you may want to take one more look at the majestic Matterhorn Mountain and the happiest cruise that ever sailed. It's a small world. Folks, ahead of us is the future. Well, I guess we all know that. What I mean to say is, we're heading into Tomorrowland, where everything is possible. If you look overhead, you might just catch a glimpse of the monorail. When Disneyland introduced the monorail back in 1959, it was the first daily operation monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere. Winding below us is the Utopia, where drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel and of a car, and no license is required. If you ever wanted to become an astronaut, then you might want to stop in Space Mountain or Star Tours, where they got some newfangled flying spaceships that'll launch you into the deepest reaches of space. And you can ride them if you got the mind and the nerve. Well, folks, looks like we're arriving at Tomorrowland Station. If you'll be leaving us here, just stay seated and we'll come to a full. Just stay seated till we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings and step carefully from the train. Thanks. Have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight and we'll be on our way in just a minute. Train stops in Tomorrowland Station. For those of us joining, see how hard this is? I'd never make it as a Disney person. For those joining us, welcome aboard. The next leg of our journey will take us along the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's mighty long. I'm not going to make it to the beginning. For those joining us, welcome aboard. The next leg of our journey will take us along the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's a mighty long drop to the canyon floor, so for your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Be sure to watch your kids and no flash pictures, please. Train enters tunnel and goes past Grand Canyon dioramas. That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today, but it wasn't always that way. Quiet now. As we travel back in time, back to the fantastic primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. You go through the thing, you see all the dinosaurs. Train passes through primeval world dioramas. We're now steaming back to our own time and to Main Street Station gateway to Disneyland. If you'll be leaving us here, stay in your seat till we come to a full stop, and remember to gather your belongings, including your young'uns if you got them, and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who'd been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. Well, we sure hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back and see us again real soon. For those of us traveling on, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. That's it. So, you think I can make it as a Disney voice from reading a transcript? Probably not. I want your comments. Give me comments. Comments down here below my video. There's a section for comments. Could you make it as a Disneyland character or a voice of Disneyland? I mean, I forgot the guy's name. I should know it. I watched the video. Anyways, he always says, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls." That's amazing the way his voice, and when he says, you just get goosebumps. Anyways, that's one voice. Now, I got to do an interview when I had our blog. You know what? I'll save that for my next video. You know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe right down here.